A couple thoughts that I haven't seen mentioned yet really quick. Number one, hashtag not all bears. And I can tell just by looking at the bear. You can look at a bear and know exactly what kind of bear it is, which will tell you exactly how much danger you're in and exactly what your chances are. Number two, I actually opted into the bear. Presumably, if I walked into the woods in the middle of nowhere in bear country, I understood I was walking into a beariarchy. However, we don't get to opt out of spending every minute of every day in the patriarchy. We don't get to opt out of men, like anywhere. It could be argued that the closest thing to opting out of the patriarchy is walking out into the middle of nowhere in the middle of the woods in bear country. Except evidently the patriarchy followed us there anyway. Sure, part of what makes the idea scarier is encountering a man out of context, but the fact of the matter is men create the context. Men are the context. You take a bear out of its context and it's at an immediate disadvantage. Men have built an entire society where they're at the top of the proverbial food chain and they're still more dangerous when you take them out of that. In fact, if you stick a man in the woods, he famously becomes the most dangerous game. And that's according to men. And for all the men whose feelings are hurt by this idea, like, I'm sorry. Yes, the patriarchy sucks for you too, but we didn't create it. And I'm not trying to minimize the fact that your feelings are hurt, because you should have space to acknowledge and express that, and the patriarchy should allow you to have emotions. But it's also true that our feelings are also being hurt by the fact that you are denying our experience in our reality. Like, we barely have time to feel our feelings in this. We're completely unsurprised. We knew this was exactly the way this was gonna go down. The reason we're arguing with you guys about this is because it's a literal matter of our physical safety. We don't just want you to validate our feelings on the matter to feel that we are validated. Women have been validating each other for millennia. We need you to hear us, because that's actually just the first step in us getting just the teensiest bit safer. I too have had my feelings hurt when hearing someone who doesn't have the same privileges as me says that they feel unsafe around me or someone like me because of what we look like, or, you know, what we were born as. And I do think that there's a time and a place to address this, but it has to be in a yes and sort of way, not in a okay but. Before making it about my feelings, I have to take a step back and say, you know what the best way for my feelings to not get hurt by, you know, people's fears of my demographic are? By asking them, how can I make you safer? How can I not just make you feel safer, but how can I make you safer? How can I make it so that you don't have to be as afraid of me? Hurt feelings suck. They do. They hurt. It's okay for your feelings to be hurt, but it's also okay for things to hurt your feelings.